Hi. Sorry if things sound weird. It's really windy for whatever reason, so I'll try to keep the microphone away from the wind, but sadly, I don't have much of a garage to put this guy in to keep you out of the weather with me. But today, yesterday, I got my window channel in from the mail. Today I installed it. I got it and was quite concerned about it. I was questioning it some because it was awfully big. So here's what the stuff looks like from the end. So this is the end profile, and it's awfully wide, but the height is exactly what I need, and the gap between the two felted innards is pretty big too. Oh, this wind is horrid. This is what the channel's supposed to look like. I had passed it over to a friend, and they had blatantly squeezed it and then broke it, because we all know how brittle this stuff is. So that's what it's supposed to look like, okay? So that's that. Big difference from this. But this is the closest thing I could find to it online. I had found exactly what I need, and I saved links to it on my laptop, but my laptop's been out of service still for the last 3 months, so had to take new measurements, had to go online and research all this stuff. But I got 2 of these. They came in, I think, 94 inches. Long enough for 8 or 9 feet. There's my cat, don't mind him, he's a pain in my rear. So, there's a little extra in there that I gotta trim off. I just wanted to make sure that it all fit and fit well before I cut anything off, because there are some corners you have to stuff it around. I got this from DK Hardware, and I'll include links in the description until I buy more of these and experiment with more of them. This is the only one that works so far to my knowledge. Fox body Mustang window run channels work, but they hang out of the window about 1/2 inch. So if you're fine with that, go for it. If not, then this is the route for you. Early 90s F-Series window run channels, same deal, fits in here just fine. Just know that it sticks out from the window framing about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, just like the Fox bodies. But I wasn't too pleased with how it looked myself, so that's why we're here today talking about it. So I ordered me a section. I just installed it, and it was a pain, because like I showed you, it's awfully wide, so stuffing it in this channel isn't all that easy or fun. I gotta lube up my window track and really gotta clean it out, blow it out, because it's still just filthy down in there from the whole restoration process. Anyhow, yeah, I stuffed it in the channel. Here it doesn't look so pretty. I'm hoping it does after I get the window sitting in it for some amount of time. But this stuff's a lot like the factory stuff. Once you're done going around the angles, it leaves a little bit of a radius around each of the corners, and it looks just fine. Totally fine, except it really didn't like this right hand angle. It keeps popping out on one of the sides, but as long as it's popping out on the outside instead of the front, we're good to go. So the front, I got it to look really nice and pretty. This is exactly what it looked like from the factory. The backside's been fighting me just because of its width, that it keeps trying to crease and wrinkle on this side. So I don't know, maybe I can finesse it more and get it to work out. But anyhow, this is the tool I've been using to make it all happen. So this is a window gasket and trim tool. Just finesses window and trim and gaskets around, well, each other. And it's worked pretty good. Getting down there sucked because you can see the channel runs all the way to the bottom of the door. So I was able to pop it in down there, and it's really difficult with this stuff being so wide at the bottom, that end. It was really hard getting it to squeeze in such a narrow channel, but I was able to do it. Because what happens is you put one side in and it locks there, it stays there, okay. But then the other side does not want to go in because it almost can't. There's just way too much width in the bottom end of the channel, so it's a really bad fit. But once you get it set right, the window, you can see the window fits down in there perfectly. So how this works is the channel down there is a lot narrower than the channel up here. You can see it changes right about there, about 4 or 5 inches down, it changes. But it's still the same material. So once you get the window inside it, you then roll it up. Hopefully it stays in the channel for you. For me, it's been trying to hop out a bunch over here, which is weird because I never did that before. But I'm thinking it's me because I don't have my window scraper here. That will be in this same video, so just hold your horses. But yeah, you can see right down in there, it's trying to miss. And then it does. So you got to feed it back in there, let it clunk, and then you're good to go again. And then it goes around all the corners just fine, the way it should, the way I planned. In this wrinkle one, I'm trying to keep the wrinkle popped out. I don't mind there being a wrinkle there as long as it's popping out. So whenever I'm closing the window, it's not going in. So as long as it stays out, it will stay out forever, and it will never hang up the window. And I don't care if it doesn't look that pretty. It's on the inside where you'd never see it. So, but like I said, I can probably keep working it and maybe get lucky. Maybe I can also take a knife to it, cut a little groove in there, so it meets better at a 90-degree angle. So we'll try that on a warmer day. It's awfully cold right now. So how did I do this? Well, I started on this side, the narrow side, the hard side, like I said. You just start at the way bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it down in there, but you start all the way at the bottom. Just start feeding it in as best you can with the window up. You need the window up to be able to reach down in there. Once you get to about this area, where you stop, where you're no longer able to reach it with your hand, you roll the window back down, and then you can do the whole rest of the window frame with the window down inside the door. And then you just keep going all the way down until here, and then roll the window up some to get past this point. As you can see, you only have a couple inches here of track to fill, so that's really easy. And then the rest, you can leave it down there, or you can cut it off. I'm going to cut it off because that's just way too much. And when I cut it off, I'm going to leave about 3 inches beyond where this track ends, so that I always have enough material for whatever I do in the future. So like I said, I might cut a slit in that so it can go around the angle better. I might pull this out completely, and if I do and I need to put it back in, it gives me some room to work with. I don't want to be short. A little on's better than short here. So there's that. Like I said, I'll leave the link for it in the description, because it's worked fair for me. Yeah, and maybe we'll go out and try to find something even better, but so far this is pretty good. So let me show you what I got for the door sills. What I got from the door sills were a lot more expensive, okay? Each one of these window run channel pieces was, I think, $18. The windowsill pieces, it was think $50 just for 2 of these sticks. And they're only about 4 feet long, and they're quite small. They're a lot smaller than I thought they'd be. All this stuff, you know, I could only order because I could only order these if the product had a dimension on the website for them. So they gave nice dimensions on the website, but maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem to match the product. So I'll put my old channel up to it, okay? And see the difference. Okay, so the old channel is a lot taller in profile, which is fine. This metal, what I just called the profile, can be any length as long as it's long enough to run a rivet, staple, or whatever in, so it's not flopping around. Next part was the actual scraping portion, what rubs against the window. Finding these was very hard. I could only get these through steel rubber products, and again, they didn't really have anything I was looking for. This was the closest they had, and it's obviously pretty far off. But I was able to hold it in the window, and it checks out all right. The new stuff sticks closer to the window. This old stuff, it should probably stick out as far as the new does, but you know, with age and crap, it all works its way out away from the window, and dries up, cracks, falls off. So anyhow, let me show you how it seems to be fitting. So I got a chunk of the windowsill, and I got my new sill scraper for my door window. And let me set them in here. This is obviously further on side, but for demonstration purposes, it slides in without any issue. So then I'm going to take this guy, the new piece, slide it in up against it. You'll see in just a second here, guys. So that's what it looks like. Really good fit. I really like that. That's fantastic. So, and like I said, this is a 4-foot stick, but the window's only 36 inches, give or take a eighth. So that'll work out perfect. Or at least I hope it does. And once I install this, it'll take me a few nights to do it. Once I install this, I'll share some videos of how I did it, and then we'll get this guy washed. Like I showed you, I only have the one run channel in, and I don't even have a sill scraper in yet. So we'll get to work on this. I'll finish the passenger side run channel, and then keep an eye out for videos on window trim treatment, repair, and painting, because we'll make it pretty. We'll get all the troughs done and hung. It'll look fantastic front to back. I gotta raise my hatch door so it's level here. Then gap down there will disappear, and we'll be good to go. And then I just have to do a whole bunch of touch-up things. And like I said, still haven't gotten to the mirror. So let me find that. I'll get that painted real soon. And then we'll be able to take this out for a drive. Started up great this morning, or this afternoon. It should, every time from here on out. So good luck, guys. I'll include everything in the description, so check there. And this should work for you, because so far it's working for me. So good luck, everybody. I'll see you later.